Martin Sheen presents a new documentary film chronicling the life of international peace activist Garry Davis, featuring exclusive footage of Davis's journey from Broadway actor to bomber pilot to being dubbed World Citizen #1. This morning, The World Is My Country director Arthur Kanagas is here to share more about the film. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So tell us about this documentary.
Well, it's about a song and dance man on a mission to unite the world, to save this little ball in space. And you know, he was in the golden age of Broadway. He was Danny Kaye's understudy. He was wowing audiences with Danny Kaye's rapid fire double talk numbers, getting 13 ovations on the stage when, boom,
Wow.
World War II comes along, and he finds himself in a bomber plane bombing the city of Brandenburg. And his own brother's been killed. And he says, why am I killing people in their homes and schools and factories just because they're on the wrong side of an invisible line? Why wasn't I arrested for killing people? Why weren't they? And he goes on a mission to figure out how he can save our world. And it's an incredible story. You want to hear how he did it?
Sure.
Well, first of all, he said, I'm just an actor. What can I do? He went to Paris, where the United Nations was meeting in 1948, before they had built the building in New York. And he leaps up in the middle of the entire UN General Assembly. He interrupts the session to say, the nations you represent divide us and lead us to the brink of total war. And he calls on the delegates to elect a government of, by, and for the people of this planet. Well, you know, delegates actually applaud him, but he's hauled away. And this rivets war-weary Europe. And Albert Einstein, Jean-Paul Sartre, even Albert Camus rallied to his defense, and 20,000 Parisians join him in demanding the UN represent the rights of humanity. And you know what happens? The very next day, he did that on December 9th, 1948, December 10th, the Soviets dropped their objection to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which they had been arguing was an intrusion on their internal security. They abstained and let that incredible document get passed unanimously that declares every citizen on this planet has rights and freedoms.
So he was known as World Citizen #1. Talk about why Martin Sheen wanted to get involved in this project.
Well, Martin Sheen, you know, after, first of all, his agent, manager, everybody said he's not interested, but then someone showed it to his wife, and he calls me up in the middle, almost middle of the night, almost midnight. He says, Arthur, I watched your film. I fell in love with Garry Davis. How can I help? And so he donated for scale, you know, doing the intro to the film. He's been doing spots for our broadcasts on public television. It's out on 100 public television stations across the country. And he's just been fantastic to work with.
And then in the film, you also show Leonardo DiCaprio addressing the state of humanity. Why did you need to include that?
Well, you see, that Leonardo DiCaprio was giving a press conference saying, we're at humanity's 11th hour. We really stand at the precipice of destroying our entire world, our entire life on this planet. And so I asked him a question. I said, well, you know, in the movies, at the last minute, just when things seem so hopeless, a hero always comes along and saves the day. Who is the hero who's going to save us? And what he answered was, he said, you know, the hero is all of us. It's going to take every one of us across this planet working together to save this small ball in outer space. And that means to save us both from climate disaster, but also nuclear war. We also stand poised at the precipice, and it's even actually more dangerous than it was back during the Cold War. So it's so crucial that humanity come together, arise above these borders that divide us, and come together to really have the people of the world have a voice at the global level, to really be able to express the will of humanity globally. And we have to do that by bringing together the highest and best wisdom of all of us on the planet, not a race to the bottom like this current broken system, a new system that we invent with the incredible genius of humanity to really amalgamate and bring together all of our best thoughts about how we can save our planet, how we can make a future for our children, how we can build what Martin Sheen called, well, he says it's a roadmap to a better future, how we build that better future.
Well, Arthur, it's such a great message, and we really want to thank you for sharing this with our audience this morning. I know you'll be sharing it with the large audiences on PBS stations all over the country. If you want to learn more about this film and how to watch it, you can go to worldismycountry.com.